my name is Ashley Farr, and I'm a part of the project Three Men and a Baby. And here I have my PowerPoint. Basically, we're doing similarities between the original film, which is the French film, and the American film, Three Men and a Baby. Three Men and a Baby, they have, a few key points here that I found that were similar points in the movie that was also shared in the original film. Both films feature a trio of bachelors whose lives get rocked by the sudden arrival of a baby. On the left side, I have the film from the American version, and on the right side, I have the film from the French version. The remake of the film imitates the original faithfully in that it incorporates an additional episodes meant to meet the viewer's cinematic expectations. Basically, the film goes hand in hand. The original film does have a lot of parts, and it picks up more slowly than the American film. The American film more so has like faster scenes, a faster plot, and everything is kind of questionable. But both features of the films, to me, in my opinion, seem like they were kind of similar. Being committed in love to family values are expressed heavily in both films. Both sets of protagonists are allowed to grow emotionally. Basically, this is saying that in both films, each man in the film had a connection with the baby, and they had to get in touch with their feminine side in order for them to come together and do this taking care of the baby basically together. In the French film, the selection of elements for the missing scene is dictated by the dramatic needs of the action. Basically, everything that has happened in the film that was dramatic or emotional, funny, was basically different elements of the missing scene. As far as the characters, the names are different, but similar to the original. Also, the appearance of, the characters are also kind of the same, blonde hair. You can tell which character was which. Like Pierre, Peter, here are some, examples that I have of the names that coincide and go hand in hand with each other. The character's plot was not specifically the same, but both films gave notion that the characters did uphold a certain position. For example, in the original film, one of the guys was a flight attendant, and the other film, you never really seen this guy throughout the film. He was missing in scenes, or his disappearance was for a long time, and you never understood why. But if you watch the original film of Three Men and a Baby, you would understand he had a job, so he wasn't there to be attentive in certain parts of the film. Both films focus on the attention of film critics of both nationalities of the phenomenon. Basically, this is saying the American film was done in the American way and the French film was done in the French way. Either way, the men in both films did have, a sense of handling the baby, how to do this, how to do that, how to learn. So either way, all men in whatever culture still have to get adjusted to things. They just do things differently. In both films, it reflects upon a significant textual change in the dominant ideology of American feminism and has emphasized equality more than difference. Basically, this is saying, the ideology of American feminism, basically, a mother knows what to do with her child. It just comes naturally. As far as a man, they have to take steps and stools and, try to understand the baby more and get in touch with the feminine side of being a male towards the baby instead of always being rough and tough and things of that sort. Overall, both films portray a sense of gender equality, culture, and love, and I really like the fact that this film showed that in both films as a similarity. Gender equality is okay for a man to take care of a baby by himself, or even if he has help. Us females sometimes need help to take care of a child, so to have that is just, something wonderful on both ends of the film. As far as culture goes, like I said earlier, the American way was done the American way in the American film, and the French film, it was done in the French way. Just, language kind of different, but still overall, the culture was still incorporated in love. Love was the main thing of this film because they had to give love and show love and let it flow off their, human nature to give the baby. And that's the end of my show. My group partner Ryan will discuss the differences in both the films, Three Men and a Baby. Thank you.